Okay. Yeah. Ik had te send the Gwenesi. Okay. Okay. They like we send there. Okay. Oma. Bye bye. Okay. Just let me on my earphone.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, it's now I can hear you too.
I can see
Okay.
Mr. Ijele is already with us. But I want to know, has he been connected to the Facebook already?
Yes, we are already connected.
Okay, I'm trying to see if I can access that via my laptop. So I'm
Okay.
on with you with my phone. I think I'm having difficulty doing that.
Okay, if
Okay, let me share screen to see.
Mr. Ijele, good afternoon. Kedikodu. Okay.
Mr. Ijele, are you there?
His mic is mute. You have to unmute your mic, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Good afternoon,
Okay.
sir.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Ijele, I like your Alaji outfit this morning.
I think I'll have to change this like this to get a clearer.
Okay.
Mr. Ijele,
Yes, bro.
I can see the combination of Igbo and Northern style.
Combine everything, my brother. We are together.
We all are Nigerians.
Blue-blooded Nigeria.
Multicultural outfit, yeah.
Of course,
Yes,
of course. And I'm expecting my bingos to show. So how can I get a link? How can I get a link to the video so I will share it on my wall? What's the name of the page?
This is
Benin Empire Advancement League. Let me write it here so you can see. Are you with me?
I'm here.
Okay, I am going to write it.
Mr. Oraka, you're welcome, sir. Okay, it's connecting.
So you can see the message right here on the chat. I've written it, just copy it and
Empire Advancement League.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Oraka, you are welcome, sir. Mr. Rukme, you are also welcome.
Mr. Magnus Oraka, you are welcome to our midst.
Okay, I just like the page now.
Okay, thank you.
Is this one right?
Yeah, is it? Yes, this is it. Yes. Mr. Magnus, we can't hear you, sir.
I think his mic is.
Yeah, it's still connecting with him. No, there's a network some issue.
Mr. Rukbe, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mr. PRO. Thank you very much.
So we are waiting out for Mr. Oraka to connect fully.
He muted his mic.
Mr. Oraka. Mr. Oraka, sir, can you unmute yourself? We are not hearing you, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Better now.
You are welcome,
welcome.
sir.
Okay, sorry, I'm not used to this Zoom thing.
Okay, no problem,
It's
sir.
all right, sir.
Okay, let me introduce our members to you here.
Are we live already?
Yeah, we are live already.
Oh, you are live already.
We are live.
Okay.
That's what we got.
Now you like
Don't worry.
That's why you allow me to the check
But
out.
I can't see the live video. I can't see the live video to
Okay,
share.
you can see it.
Yes,
Okay.
you didn't share it on your page.
I did that already because I can see you from my Facebook, a live page.
They're actually live on Facebook already.
Yes.
Okay, is it also on my page, on my group page?
I don't know, sir, because
I can't see it here. Maybe I'm in the wrong.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's go ahead.
I want to share it so my friends can come in. You know, this is not that for conversation.
Mr. Oraka, if you want to share it to your group page, you can as well share it via our page to your group page so that your followers.
It doesn't matter. I'm not interested in this popularity stuff.
Who owns Dele Bello?
I'm the one.
Did you share it? Okay, share it on Dele Bello. Let me see it and share so people will come on.
Okay, let me.
Not about popularity, it's about sending message out. I don't know why some people think with only one part of their face.
Okay. I think it's processing. It's already in my news feed.
Okay, let me go there.
Also public. So I also posted public.
Yes, let me go to Dele Bello now. I didn't see it. It didn't show here. Did you block me or what? The link is not. I didn't see the link.
No, I didn't block you, sir. Everything's open.
Make it public.
It's already public. I made it public already.
Can you text it to me via WhatsApp because I'm not seeing anything. I don't see. It's not open.
Okay, let me see.
Text it to me via WhatsApp, please.
Okay, you are not with me in WhatsApp.
Let me send you a message on WhatsApp.
If you go to our page now, you can find it because I already sent it there also.
I've sent you a message on WhatsApp now. But if not, we can continue. But I just sent you a message on WhatsApp.
Okay, let me see.
With a French line.
With a French line, no. I haven't got it. But let me send it to you through Messenger.
Not Messenger. I can't get it by Messenger. I can't get it by Messenger because I've sent you a message again.
Okay,
send it to me through Messenger as well, please.
I'm also trying to find it. I can't find it live.
You say?
Said I'm having difficulty finding it live as well.
It's not live.
Oh, it's not. It's already live in Facebook. I'm saying it. I'm doing it from my Facebook page.
It's live on Facebook because I can see it. So
yes,
I don't know.
likewise me too.
Okay.
Can you send the link to my Messenger as well? Hello.
Yeah, just a moment, please. Okay. Okay, Mr. Oraka, I send it to you in your.
Yeah, I've sent it.
Okay.
Copy it and paste on WhatsApp so you can send to me.
Yes, I'm working on it. Okay, you people can continue. Let me just. I'll be doing this. Let me say, as you people continue, I will be sending it out to you. Let me just first of all introduce the people here first. I myself, my name is Dele Bello. I'm the president of the Benin Empire Advancement League. Okay. And the man with the red clothes is Mr. Joe White. Is our PRO. And from the other side, Mr. Joe Rukbe is our vice president. And he's going to moderate the show today. He's half Nigeria and half Ghanaian. And before we start, I would like to let you people know, in this show, there should be no insult, and there will be no insult. We are going to be very, very fair. And we are going to make sure every one of us, every one of you have the full time, maybe 5 minutes to talk, and the other side also 5 minutes to talk. So we are going to be sharing it. So you can defend yourself. Mr. Oraka can also defend himself, and also send the message out there to our people. So thank you. And Mr. Orukwe, sir.
Yes, Mr. President.
Yeah, can you take over, please?
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, viewers. Good evening, listeners, and good evening, our guests, Mr. Magnus Oraka and Mr. Ijele. It's a pleasure having you guys both here today to discuss something that I find quite intriguing and fascinating. Well, we're going to be discussing the issue of ban of Facebook. I would like us to, take a deep breath and enjoy the whole conversation. First, Mr. Magnus Oraka is of the opinion that the call for the ban of Facebook is a call that is anti-people and uncalled for, while Mr. Ijele, on the other hand, believes that it's a necessity to, kind of restrict somehow the use of Facebook in Nigeria. But I'd like to start with Mr. Ijele. I want to understand why he took such position, and from there we would ask a couple of questions.
Okay.
And we'll move on. So, Mr. Ijele, I would like you to tell us why you feel there's a need to censor, or if I may use the word, ban the use of Facebook in Nigeria. So you have the floor. I'll give you 5 minutes to do that, sir.
I'm sorry, what you said is not entirely or exactly what I said.
Okay.
Sorry, what I called for Facebook to be sanctioned because they, instead of behaving like a platform, that are behaving like editors, moderating things, and now a situation whereby you have your page giving a strike. You know, any strike on a Facebook page lasts for 12 months. That is 1 year.
Okay.
And there is a level of strikes you're going to get, then your page will be unpublished. I can count how many pages of mine that have been unpublished. Then they said you violated a community standard. What makes this one so peculiar is that I shared a confessional statement of a terrorist from the IPOB terrorist organization. A confessional statement that was shared by almost every, there is no media house in Nigeria I know of that didn't share it. There are no people, no major platform I know that didn't share it. Then I shared it. I got a strike. I can still show you here on my phone. I got a strike but just for posting a video, and they termed it hate speech. Not just the video, the article, the newspaper article, verbatim. I just said, I copied and pasted and indicated that this was called from the Punch newspaper. Then I shared it. I got 2 strikes in a space of an hour. Now, let me give, so for those of you that don't know, I am not bragging about it, but I'm proud to be the #1 person, if not the only person that single-handedly destroyed IPOB, including the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. Go to my page, check the video I did on the 14th of June. I was the very first person to tell the whole public that it is Southern Cameroon. Before then, no one knew he was in the African coast. So when you have the leadership of the Armada against the IPOB lies being specifically targeted, and I, knowing how these things work and how they do it, it is the politicians that are paying these people. Of course, they are shareholders in all these tech companies. They have people working there, people from their communities. You have Nigerians working as Facebook moderators and administrators across the world, and any of them could remotely turn off anything on your Facebook page from Silicon Valley or London. You wouldn't know. And they've bragged about it. This is a direct attack that was specifically targeted at the #1 person that is exposing a terrorist organization. Meanwhile, this terrorist organization, they post everything on their platforms. No matter how we report it, nothing gets done over it. And that is because the opposition party, many people don't know this. NSAS, I know the people that did this during NSAS. I know exactly how these guys operate. Most of them are operating from Ghana. Then the other ones are in Lagos. So where you have your accounts specifically targeted by people working for a giant corporation that you can't even sue. Meanwhile, you are trying to avert a war, a crisis in your land. They now censor the person that is exposing a terrorist organization while leaving a terrorist organization. And the people that want to take power through a color revolution are the ones behind it. And someone is telling me that that company shouldn't be sanctioned. People are not even concerned that the fundamental human right of a Nigerian is being infringed upon by a corporation that is not even based in Nigeria. I even flew from Abuja to Lagos to their office, 8 Montgomery Street, Ebutemeta. I flew to there and they didn't even give me attention. What else do you think I should do? How else do you think you will get attention of those people, knowing that they've used this in Ukraine, the so-called Arab Spring? We saw it. Then last, not the least, the US election of 2020. We saw all these things, the shadow banning and all that. And I'm not supposed to say something about it. Come on, give me a break. So that's the background. Maybe you didn't quite understand it. I hope I've made myself clear.
Yes, Mr. Ijele, but I would like to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
I assume before you signed on to Facebook, you are aware of their terms and conditions before you signed on to Facebook.
It is not.
You know,
it is not in their terms and conditions, and their terms and conditions keep changing every day. This is systemic. So, listen, please. This is a systemic censorship. If you believe in open internet and not a monopoly that has monopolized everything, source of disseminating information, and you are telling me what terms and conditions, tell me that term and condition that you consider superior to free speech. Maybe you are still changing every day. I'm hearing myself here.
It's okay.
I understand
Go on,
you,
sir.
but you
So
also
I
need
don't
to
know, I don't
understand.
understand. See, listen, this gets to the heart of the conversation which we should be having, and you are not. Just
No, well,
imagine what
we are going to get there, Mr. Ijele. We are going to get there, but I
No,
also want to call your
I'm trying to
attention to the
respond to
fact
this
that
one.
there
No,
are times
I'm trying to respond. I'm trying to respond to what you said exactly. You are telling me about terms and conditions of a corporation over the fundamental rights of a citizen. Then let them take their Facebook to Silicon Valley. This is Nigeria.
But you also forget that it's not just activists or politicians or social commentators that use the platform called Facebook. There are entrepreneurs who also use that platform. So if you're calling for a sanction of some sort on Facebook, you also need to consider the economic impact it's going to make. Because right now, for instance, Twitter.
What is the price for freedom? Please, I want to know the price you are putting on freedom.
Tell me
the price. Tell me the price, please. Please tell me, please.
The truth is, when you are making an argument, you would have to we will first have to understand if you're making a moral argument or you are making a legal argument. And if you're making a legal argument, we are bound by laws. You understand? And because we are bound by laws, you cannot say because you believe that a social media platform is striking you for whatever reason known to them, you think that there should be a total sanction on that social media platform, depriving millions of people
by law. Let me take you by law. Let me take you by your word. Let me take you by word.
Hold on. You can't. Okay, I'm listening. Legally speaking,
there is no law. There is no law. There is no law, no agreement bigger than the Nigerian Constitution. The Nigerian Constitution supersedes every law in Nigeria. So legally and morally, our 100% right. Under the Constitution of Nigeria, please, under the Constitution.
And that's where you have a problem.
Nigeria,
that is where you have a problem. The problem is this. Facebook as an organization is not registered in Nigeria. So don't you think that the right demand you should make is that the companies should actually be registered and domiciled in Nigeria rather than being sanctioned?
That is a demand that should have been made like in 2004. Listen,
but it's not late.
No, not about being late. This is a company that is making billions of naira every month from Nigeria. Billions of naira. So I expect you as a citizen that wants to defend his country, because I don't understand how these people claim to love their country are the ones that hate it most, that can't even defend her interest anywhere. The Constitution of Nigeria supersedes every Facebook term and condition. Once you are operating in Nigeria, we are not going to play by your own rules. You are going to play by ours. That is why I'm saying, if they cannot obey our constitution, now it is a fight between the Nigerian Constitution and Facebook terms and services. So what side are you on?
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. It's very simple. When you are going to subscribe to a service of some sort, and you accept their terms and condition, it will be wrong for you to now turn around after accepting their terms and condition to start hitting that same service, because you were not cajoled or you were not under some sort of duress.
Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that?
Please do.
Please, any company operating in Nigeria, whether registered or not, is subject to the 1999 Constitution. That's why when when the Constitution clashes with any other law, the Constitution will stand. It is above it. So,
but your Constitution guarantees the right of freedom of expression.
That is what they are stopping. They are stopping me from expressing myself.
But you see,
I'm the one that is being censored.
Yes, I understand you. But freedom of expression itself comes with some level of responsibility.
What irresponsible thing did I do?
Do you understand?
Wait, excuse me. Let me take you by your word. You said it comes with responsibility. Now, tell me the irresponsible thing I did by posting a confessional statement of a terrorist. Can you tell me where I held responsibly? in all these things? I want to hear it, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, because I can't really hear you. But
Okay,
you see,
let me repeat
yes,
what I
Mr.
said. Let me
Mr.
repeat what
Ijele,
I said.
I understand your
I want to
concerns.
repeat what I said.
understand your concerns, but it's simple. I am only actually telling you, I'm trying to make you understand that you actually subjected yourself to the terms and conditions of a corporate entity that does not really exist in Nigeria. You understand? And don't you think that you willfully did that?
I did not, my brother. Hold on, please. Hold on. Let me respond to something you are not understanding. Facebook is operating in Nigeria, and they are connected to our system. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Should I continue?
Yeah, you can continue, sir. Please try
Because
to know your voice.
Yeah, he will come back. He will come back without hearing what I said now and still go back to what I said before. Like I was responding to him. Facebook, be it whatever, should have no right, no corporation should have a right to bridle the speech of anyone. And if they are going to make it a legal issue, well, the Nigerian Constitution has granted me the right to speak and express myself as a citizen. Now you have a multi-billion-dollar company or corporation trying to silence me from speaking. After they've monopolized every damn thing, this wasn't what we were told when we joined Facebook. So when it clashes with our constitution, I believe the constitution takes preeminence.
Okay, Mr. Ijele, I'll get back to you. Mr. Magnus, I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you loud and clear, actually.
So, I assume you listened to you heard what Mr. Ijele said. I would like to
absolutely.
I would like to have your reaction to that, sir.
Now, what is actually happening here is when somebody is known to be a rap artist, suddenly wants to change his genre of music and begin to sing R&B music. That is what is happening here. The young man you see there, I know him very well. He's my friend. I actually didn't come here to have any altercation with him, but he's a very good friend of mine. And if you see a friend that is going overboard, it's only good that you help to bring him back to the normal rail. You get me? First and foremost, Facebook is an internet connectivity platform. Nigerians reserve the prerogative to connect to Facebook or not to connect. When you connect to Facebook, like you rightly said, some of my arguments, you practically did it for me anyway. When you connect to Facebook, there are terms and conditions that you have to sign. And when you're on Facebook, like people like me and him who encourage a lot of viewership. Now, what Facebook is observing is that it may not be you that has resulted to the strike in your pages or in your page or group. It could be the activities of people that are dissenting your opinion on that page. Now, you cannot hold a Facebook responsible for an action you took to sign, because you cannot complete being a subscriber of Facebook without signing the terms and conditions on Facebook. So when you indeed subscribe to the terms and conditions of Facebook, allowing Facebook to adjudicate on what is termed wrongful post or harmful post to their community, you cannot again come back to say that, okay, it should be banned. But that is not even my argument. My argument is this: there are 32 million Nigerians. 32 million Nigerians, and in my research that I did exhaustively yesterday, less than 3 million active participants are involved in any Facebook, Biafra, IPOB, and all the things that has resulted to the reason why Mr. Ijele said Facebook should be banned. Now, you cannot limit Facebook. You cannot reduce Facebook. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. My argument is this: you cannot reduce Facebook to revolve around a small argument that involves you is just a small miniaturized audience, or sorry, it's a microscopic audience between Ijele and IPOB, and allow the rest of 29 million people to suffer for the consequences. Like you rightly said, there are far many reaching forums than just political forums. We have educational forums, we have religious forums, we have dating sites, we have business forums, we have many businesses, our banks, central bank, churches, a lot of organizations, non-governmental organizations whose websites are linked to Facebook. For instance, I have a website, www.eyeoftheneedle.com.ng. We are linked to 3 social media platforms, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And in my line of business, it's a show business. Most show business, our musicians, our show business, our churches, our mosque, they sometimes reach their audience or members of their churches or community members who are not necessarily living in Nigeria, but can connect to the activities that they are doing. For instance, when we have family meetings, we set up Facebook, and those who are not in Nigeria, like I have a brother in Ghana, I have a brother in Lagos, if they cannot travel to our monthly meetings, they can connect via Facebook live pictures. So it's as good as if they are there. Now, when you ask Ijele, there's something very important you didn't notice. You asked Ijele, what exactly catalyzed his reason for championing the ban of Facebook. Then he attempted to say, no, it's not ban, it's censorship. Well, for what has been bandied around.
What's the difference between censorship and ban?
Please, moderator, when he was talking, I didn't interrupt.
Mr. Ijele, hold on, I'll come back. No problem, Mr. Magnus.
No. I was matured enough to restrain myself not to interrupt. So please, we must do it that way. You understand?
And I never mentioned
Hold on, please. Mr. Ijele, please. Can you allow me moderate this? Can you allow me in for 30 seconds? Please, Mr. Ijele, please. For the sake of our audience, can you allow me moderate this, please?
No, allow me moderate.
I will give you time. Don't we have enough time. I will give you enough time, Mr. Ijele. Could you just hold on. Please, Mr. Ijele, please.
I never mentioned it. Please.
Don't worry.
Are we on cross-examination yet? Please, hold on, please.
No, don't worry. When you have your time, you can make any correction you want to.
No. In the law of journalism,
you cannot interrupt him like that. The program will not won't have a good flow of program.
My brother, if I think I'm having enough of it here already. Listen to me, please. I never mentioned his name. And wait, please, my brother, hold on, please, 1 minute, Dele. Please, 1 minute. I gave my own everything I was saying. I never mentioned his name. I never referred to him. So if we are on the cross-examination stage, then let us know. So I will be answering everything. I'm not taking down any notes. There are things he said that I disagree with already, but I can't say anything yet. I'm jotting them down. Now you are picking in through my own things, saying what I didn't say. So
just
I
need you to understand.
Let him focus on what he
Can you calm down?
Can you calm down?
Okay. Can you calm down? I need you to understand how this can benefit our audience. I need you to understand that you would have enough time to make some corrections that are up that you deem appropriate. So just allow him. Hold on. I'm going to ask him questions. I'm going to ask him questions, but just like I allowed you build your position, your case,
and I never mentioned his name. And I never mentioned him.
It doesn't really matter.
And I never mentioned him. No.
Can you just calm down? Calm down.
Already like, please. I'm calm. Please don't make it as if I'm not calm. Listen. If he is going to say something I didn't say, we might as well move to the cross-examination stage. He said I didn't say censorship. What is the meaning of that fighter nonsense? What's the difference between the ban and the censorship? What's the difference?
Mr. Ijele,
so let me focus on his own.
No, excuse me, Mr. Ijele. You need to understand that there are a lot of people who would like to connect to what we're discussing. So there's a need for us to allow us take it one step at a time. You understand?
That's what I'm following
now
too.
You've made your position clear, and he's also listening to you. I would beseech you at this moment to please calmly allow him make his position.
And he
I'm
don't
going to ask
refer
him the
to me
questions.
wait, please. He only referred to me when it's cross-examination. And he already lied against me. He already said something
that is why I'm going to give you. That is why I'm going to give you enough time to make those corrections. It's as simple as that. I just want us to kind of handle this very well so that our
My
viewers
brother,
can.
I have a 6:30 interview. I have a 6:30 interview to go. I have a 6:30 interview. So let's just wrap it up.
Well, so you would have to just be calm and let him make his submission. So, Mr. Magnus, we are back to you.
How many time is remaining? Because I want to be gentlemanly in this approach. I want to display.
Just, you have about 2 minutes. So I would ask you some questions.
Okay. Now you see, it's a simple question, and you asked me that I should. You asked me if I. What Ijele said. It's none other person you are asking me about. You are asking me about Ijele. And you asked me what Ijele said. And I'm responding to Ijele. Whether everybody knew I'm responding to you. So all this grandstanding, sorry, you understand me? So
please
we just...
Mr. Ijele, please, can you allow him to express himself, please? Please.
Now,
go straight to the point and nothing else.
Can you continue?
Now, just less than 2 weeks ago, Mr. Ijele got a voice note to me, lecturing me on how to open a page. Because I'm actually, this Ijele here that is championing the ban of Facebook was suddenly a consultant of Facebook on a Facebook page, telling me why Facebook page is better than Facebook group. You understand me? So imagine you being in my shoe, the same person that is lecturing me on how, which Facebook platform is the best, only to see him in court saying that they should ban Facebook. I simply think from the theatrics that we just watched a little while ago, you can see that this is not the Ijele I fell in love with. That's just the truth. This is not the Ijele I fell in love with. I suspect, I may be wrong, I stand corrected. I suspect the real person playing the drum is somewhere else. I think what Ijele is doing is I think he is just testing the waters for people to see. The real people who actually, I know, because some friend of mine called me and said that Ijele cannot ban Facebook. I said yes, but what he is doing now is simply to test the waters to see if the real people who want to really ban the Facebook come, they are using us now. This program, I can assure you that top men in top political position are watching this program, and they are just trying to test the water, see if the actual ban come, what will be the reactions of Nigeria.
Okay, well,
like I said,
Magnus,
okay, yeah.
Mr. Magnus, we don't have any empirical evidence that he's actually working for someone or a group of people. But I want to ask you something.
I suspect. That's why I said I suspect. It's my opinion, actually. It's just a suspicion. Okay.
Yes, I just wanted to re-echo your position so that our viewers can understand. But I want to ask you a question. Mr. Ijele raised some very salient points that had to do with patriotism and the sovereignty of Nigeria.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you, it's a 2-in-1 question. Do you think that when it comes to the issues of Nigeria, its politics, and the issues that borders on sovereignty, that the social media corporations seem to intentionally allow dissenting voices who are against the government? Do you think they allow them a free hand?
Let me be very honest with you. You understand me? Facebook has a mechanism to detect harmful posts. For instance, if you post pornographic videos, they will immediately sanction that video. If you post graphic scenes, they will immediately ban it. But you see, when it comes to interactive sessions such like this, Facebook does not have the equipment yet to detect context of argument or context of of speech. Now, in Nigeria, we have slangs, we have mode of communication that does not necessarily tally with the American style of communication or the British style of communication. So such apps, if they do exist, can only detect British accent or American accent. So you might see that somebody actually offended you, but the app in question, or Facebook is still a work in progress. It is not, that's why you see almost every week you update it. When they say update, you update it. So maybe the areas that is annoying Mr. Ijele, maybe the areas that are, maybe Facebook is still working on it, but no system is perfect. There are systems with its disadvantages and its advantages. What I'm simply trying to say here is that the advantages of Facebook, particularly now that youths are not, graduates who graduate from our university do not really readily have job. Facebook has served as a simple employment to these youths who have blogs, who make videos and make money. Even the Ijele used the same ladder to rise to where he is. You can see how flashy and glamorous he looks like. Beautiful, all thanks to Facebook. But you cannot use the ladder which bring you up to this place now. Now you are up there, you want to push the ladder away to prevent others who want to use the ladder.
Even if it threatens the sovereignty of Nigeria.
Okay, you said what? Please, can you repeat that again?
I am saying you said something that he cannot use the ladder, having used the ladder to climb to his position and now want to discard it. And so I am saying, would you not support him if that ladder is strengthening the peaceful coexistence or the sovereignty of Nigeria?
When he's already up there, you do know what Ijele would have done that would have really, that would have even tickled my fancy. When you say you are protesting against Facebook, you have a post on your wall now for a program you want to shoot by 6 o'clock. You're going to use the same platform that you're saying they should disband, they should ban. You understand me? Hold on now, hold on now. See, this is not a marketplace. This is not a marketplace. This is not a marketplace. My guy, take it easy now. When you are going to talk,
please.
Mr. Can you allow him make his point?
Please.
I'm going to give you enough time. I'm going to give you enough time to respond.
Allow Ijele to talk. Allow him to talk. I won't talk again. Please give Ijele a chance to talk.
If I should come in,
Mr. Ijele, can you please allow Mr. Magnus finish his point?
My brother, I'm not going to take any direct, please.
I'm going to give you enough time to respond.
Any direct attack. Listen, please.
No, please allow him to talk. Allow him to talk. Allow him to talk. Please, Ijele, talk.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kindness. Please, I would like to respond to every personal attack. You don't just ask another question upon a personal attack. That
because
means
I would give you enough time to respond.
It's going to take time.
See, I'm actually watching the time. This is going to be done in the next 30 minutes. So just calm down. Yes. I'm going to give you enough time to respond. As you have heard, Mr. Magnus has said that you are friends and you are someone that he respects so much. So I think just allow him land and I'll give you enough time to respond. It's as simple as that. Please,
I've already jotted so many things down. This is becoming like a marathon. Please.
Just please. Mr. Magnus, are you there, Mr. Magnus?
Cool, man. I am with you. Don't worry.
Yeah, so I am actually saying that, don't you think Mr. Ijele is right to call for the censorship of an organization or a corporation whose service seem to threaten the coexistence or the sovereignty of Nigeria by allowing dissenting voices to kind of incite or instigate people against the government? What's your opinion about that?
I think I directly some while ago, I told you that Facebook in Nigeria has 32 million Nigeria. And my research yesterday exposes that those people who hit this have talked about Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, 3 million subscribers, which leaves 29 million other subscribers in dating sites, educational platform, business platform, marketing platform. I think my humble friend here seems to be lost in the labyrinth wranglings that it's currently trending or appealing to Facebook users, I can tell you that there are corporate business entities who use the website and don't even know that this quarrel exists. Now, I will not support any entity, whether Facebook or Twitter, that infringes on the sovereignty of Nigeria. Never. So the question is, has Facebook indeed infringed on the sovereignty of Nigeria just because they gave Ijele 2 strikes and his account has been taken out of Facebook? Magnus Oraka, has suffered many sanctions from Facebook. The recent one was 2 months. But I didn't say,
thank you very much.
Thank you. Go ahead. Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to direct that question to Mr. Ijele. Okay, Mr. Ijele, are you there, please?
I'm here, man. I'm here, sir.
Okay, so I would like to ask you, do you think the Facebook as a corporation is supporting people who are trying to incite violence or instigating the citizens against the government of Nigeria?
My brother, you know, me, I don't use innuendo or make a compound statement. I make direct statements. First off, I want to correct what he said that Facebook cannot detect writing. It's a lie. It's not true. If you say I'm lying, I will give you something on the Nazis to write on the Nazis or on this thing. I don't want to mention it so it doesn't affect the reach of this video. You understand?
Yeah.
Just write anything. Facebook has an AI system, just like Google, that can detect every thing. In fact, through your camera, they can detect your feeling. Remotely, someone will just look at your face and detect your feeling. Every writing is record. Go and read, maybe Magnus will have to read the Edward Snowden documents or the WikiLeaks, this thing on those things, so to come up to date with how the AI functions. Then, back to what you asked me now. Right now, as I'm telling you, ask anybody you know in DSS or in NIA or Interpol. There was an operation carried out about 2 weeks ago in Lagos. They found over 300 computers all on at the same time in one room. And in these computers, they're using them to create both. You know what both account is? Like one computer may be operating over 200 accounts at the same time. All these stories about Fulani herdsmen killing in Igbo land, this and that is the headquarters of that thing. And since that operation happened, you can go back and check. Even before Usain Bolt was captured, you can go back and check what the news about Fulani herdsmen killing in Igbo land is like, the reach. Check the insights on it. You will see. Then check now, you don't see all those things again. What does that tell you? This is a deliberate act by people. And I am going to give you a name of an organization. Open Society Initiative West Africa. The people that are there, you know, like I said, there are things people don't know. And you can't know until you come close. Stop using the limited information. We all have limited information, quite all right, but some people are more informed than others. When you check all these things I just showed you now, and you remember that the president's account was struck, they said that he threatened the Igbo people, but it wasn't what he did. Now ask yourself, it's not about me. You can check thousands and thousands of Nigerians who are suffering these things. There is no page against IPOB that is not down now. Go and check between 2017 and 2021. They've taken down pages, YouTube channels, Google accounts, websites. Now, if this is a mistake, just 1 second, 13 seconds, please. If this is a mistake and they are not targeting Nigeria for a regime change operation specifically, how come all the mistakes go against one side? At least there should be some mistakes on the other side, but it never happens there. And somebody will say, shoot police, do this, do that, and nothing will happen. But you use a little insult.
But Mr. Ijele, is this not the same social media platform that the APC government used to preach hate speeches and so many derogatory content.
My brother, I am not speaking on behalf of, APC, and I will never ever support any hate speech. I will never ever hate any human being because of where he comes from or his religion. I'm not even a religious person.
The reason why I mentioned the APC government is because the APC government is in charge today. And I am trying to understand, isn't it hypocrisy that the same government who did a lot with social media is turning around today to say that people are using the social media to do the same things that they introduced into the polity?
My brother, listen to me again. I don't speak for APC. And when you are saying all those things, I want you to be specific, please. Like you saw how I explained myself and told you why I believe this is a targeted something. Those computers in Lagos, that house is just one out of many. There are many information I'm not going to divulge here. But if you think I'm lying, do a video against Femi Fani-Kayode or against all these senators or all these powerful governors. I guarantee you, your page will get a strike, whether you like it or not. Now, if there is any time APC did it, you will not see me supporting such a thing. And back to what Magnus said, that I use Facebook to do this. Okay, Facebook's glory days are not behind them. Facebook is still here. If I am calling for a ban of Facebook, doesn't that show you that I am willing to even sacrifice that thing you think is giving me popularity? I am willing to sacrifice it. I am not under any contract with any government agency, with any news organization or anything. If I am calling for you,
I'll ask you a last question before I go to Mr. Magnus.
Okay.
Would you show leadership by discontinuing your relationship with Facebook?
No, why should I?
Because you asked for the censorship of Facebook.
Yes, because it's either we all play by the same rule or you leave. Now, let me tell you one thing you don't know. You cannot operate now without any social media platform because they created a monopoly, just like the phone companies. The internet is supposed to be a utility. So you don't censor somebody because you don't like what they said on the phone. That's how social media cannot censor you, because they don't like that you are sharing something, a confessional statement of a terrorist. Again, I am not the only person suffering this. I can give you pages, many people who've lost their pages to this thing. And this is not what I'm assuming. These are people I know who know me very well. We all meet each other. All these people I mentioned, I know them one after the other, one by one, and I know them by name. They know me. I can guarantee you that if they are not here, their friends are here, they are going to hear whatever we said here before 7 p.m. today.
Right. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Ijele. Let me go to Mr. Magnus. Mr. Magnus, please. Are you there with us?
I'm here with you, and
okay, so I want to ask a question. Don't you think that the politicians seem not to take up their responsibility, and because of this, it has given people like Mr. Ijele for the censorship of social media?
Can you repeat? You freeze at one point.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to take the question again. Don't you think that the inability of politicians, whether APC, PDP, CPP, whatever, has given has given people like Mr. Ijele the opportunity to ask for the censorship of social media platforms, their inability to play their role as policymakers in Nigeria? Don't you think it has given people like Mr. Ijele the opportunity?
Again, I want to answer this question in this way. At the beginning of this question, I said, when you artist now a genre of music to sing rhythm, it's going to be awkward, you know, to view such a person attempting to he's not known for. You understand me? purview. This aspect of discussion or aspect of reasoning is not what we. Ijele somehow if tempted to, debate, which is about banning censorship of or censoring of Facebook as he claimed, IPOB and activity. This discussion, IPOB activities on social. I've already said they amount to about 3 million.
I think you will have to be joined because this line is breaking.
Yes.
Now, can you just
Mr. Magnus, I think we have an issue with your audio, please.
Oh, really? Maybe I think the earpiece was better. So please just a second. Let me hold on a second. Please, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Okay, can we try again, please? All right, let's go, sir.
Just try again.
The floor is yours, Mr. Magnus.
Okay, I said when somebody is an expert in maybe a rap artist attempting now to rhythm and blues, it becomes very awkward for I used to sing a rap artist now sing rhythm and blues. That I know has over the years, champion of exposing the atrocities of a group termed as terrorists by, and he got a lot. I also endeared myself to him. I shared the same emotions. I shared the same criticism with him on that level. You understand me? Switching from his criticism of Nnamdi Kanu to a different thought, a different political thought, which is this book. But you see, there's an adage. But they said if you see a small boy dancing on this, in the drum is in the bush. You understand what I'm trying to say here? I in the process of changing the microphone, missed the real question. Can you just connect me? Moment of
I was here. Asking. I said, don't you think the inability of politicians?
Okay, I got the question now. I got the question now. See, the likes of some of virulent activists and their urchins that have become a menace to more social media is not as a result, it's as a result of a failed. You understand me? It's as a result. Even the Nnamdi Kanu today is not with his perspectives. Of course, different people have different things. The government has failed us, and certain people are. Now, what I am against is the way and manner he has gone resorting to. So the issue here is not Facebook. The consequence of a failed government. The government is good. People send Facebook to praise government that rice is now down from 1,300 naira, fuel is now down, but persistently continue heap hardship. Man, I am a representative. I am not a representative of a section of people. It's just the North and South Nigeria and Africa as a the goodness of everyone. So if governor people and certain people choose to maybe injurious to, I think government should have an introspect and ask exactly have I done wrong that has made you weary of our system of government. Politician, I don't think it's a problem of politicians, of the government of the day. You said a while ago that, okay, go ahead.
Mr. Magnus, I seem to have a problem with your audio, but I'm going to ask Mr. Ijele a question while we try to sort out your audio issues. So
okay.
Back to you, Mr. Ijele. Are you there, Mr. Ijele?
I'm here, sir. I'm here.
Yeah. So I would like to ask you a question, the same question I asked Mr. Magnus. Don't you think that the problems that you are experiencing could be as a result of the failure of leadership, political leadership in the country?
It's not about a political leadership, a failure of political leadership per se. It's a systemic problem. It has to do with everything about us and our society. First off, I don't know why a company like in Saudi Arabia now, there are things Facebook cannot ban you for in Saudi Arabia, but they can ban you for it in Nigeria. On one part, I blame the government for not, because if you check most of the leaders we have, they are not up to date with the internet. Most of them can't even navigate their way through an iPad. They don't even know they have aides that will do everything for them, including unlocking their phones in most times. So I will put that blame one side. Then on the other side, what I am passing through is not just out of the ordinary. This is something that was planned by people. There are things I wouldn't want to say before, but let me just give you a hint. Right now, if you are an enemy of Peter Dele and you are using MTN in Nigeria, forget it. He can spy on you at any time. He will just make a call and people will just do it.
Yeah, but Mr. Ijele, that's a claim that we cannot verify. It's a claim. It's just a claim.
Please, my brother, that's why I want to explain to you how it works. Your SIM card is registered with MTN. MTN is stored in the MTN database. So you can't tell me that someone who has a controlling share in MTN cannot pull up your records at any given time, but a policeman can sit down in his office and do it. That is what I mean. Again, when I say something, I try to explain it to where even someone that doesn't have the slightest of ideas about that thing would understand it. I don't make claims I can't substantiate. Then you have people who have now used this power. These are things I know very well. When people think that I spend most of my time on the internet, most time you see me on the internet, it's about tech news. I belong to so many groups you may be hearing about, but you don't know I'm with them. That's why I have access to certain information. And so disregard some careless side talks that people who wouldn't come out openly and make a direct statement, they will just be talking from the corner of their mouth. I'm not like those people. I will never do that. When I want to tell you something, I come directly and say it. But in conclusion, this is a coordinated attack. Again, a coordinated attack by people. In fact, one of them bragged to me that her son is working with the FBI, that there is nothing they will not do. Through this is what someone told me in no unclear terms. And I investigated the person of a truth. The son and even the daughter are working with the FBI. In case
okay, so Mr. Ijele, yes, so Mr. Ijele, don't you think that if Nigerians or a Nigerian like you and me had spent time inventing or innovation, some sort of innovation that would have produced a platform like Facebook, don't you think
what has that got to do with the conversation? I'm talking about, please.
Let me land. You've not allowed me land because let me land. Because you see, when you are making your argument, you made argument based on patriotism, sovereignty of Nigeria, and all that. Don't you think that a Nigerian who creates a platform like Facebook or Twitter or the rest of them would probably be more patriotic to Nigeria and would have not allowed the platform?
Now, let me tell you, this whataboutism is not related to this, but let me explain to you how. If a Nigerian built it, and that Nigerian happens to be someone that hates me, guess what? If my speech is exposing his life, he will do the same thing. So I agree with you that a country as big as Nigeria, we should have our own Wi-Fi system at least in 2021. We should be able to have our own Wi-Fi system first, control our data first. Our immigration system, the database is not even in Nigeria. Formerly, it was Ireland. And Nigeria, where you go to, there is no department in IT you will go to, you don't see Nigerians, hundreds of Nigerians, I don't want to say thousands. We have thousands of Nigerians in the UK alone, working with so many media, social media platforms and tech companies. That one is by the way. What we are talking about is the rule that is being slanted against one side.
But those rules you are talking about, there's a responsibility that Facebook has given to Nigerians. They have employed some Nigerians who actually look into the affair of Facebook in Nigeria.
But my brother, I'm not talking about any other standard. I'm talking about you getting strikes, not just me, many people getting unfair strikes. This is what you did not even violate any rule. Please, if I violated the rule, why is the same video still up on Punch Facebook page? Why is the same video up on Vanguard page? Why is the same video up on every other place? This is not about any other thing than the control of information. Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested. They are now trying to make it an Igbo affair, as if Nnamdi Kanu's case with the government is the federal government versus the Igbo people. Or Southern, they've tried to forge their fake Southern alliance that doesn't exist. And I am there exposing it. This is the threat they are facing. Now, why would you censor me for not violating any standard? Not as if I broke any law. If I broke the law, okay, sanction every other page. This is not coming directly from Facebook. These are rogue agents within Facebook. And the only way you can get the attention of Facebook to sanction them is you place a ban on them within 2 or 3 weeks. This will be resolved. It will be resolved immediately, and everyone will go back to enjoying an open platform. This is the final goal.
I will get back to you. I'll get back to you. Mr. Magnus, please.
Yeah.
Rogue agents. What is your opinion about his position, rogue agents running the affairs of Facebook?
I will keep saying this thing over and over again. Can you hear me this time? You said
yes, please. We can.
Okay. I want to tell Ijele that Facebook's activity as it relates to Nigeria and its users in Nigeria does not end with your activities or issues with IPOB. It doesn't end there. I told you there are millions of other. Can you please just allow me talk now? How about?
Please stop, please. Please go ahead, sir.
Be civil for once, I beg. Sorry, please don't call my line. Somebody's trying to call me directly. Okay. Facebook's activity does not end with the issues Ijele has with IPOB, or because if you notice, Ijele has been talking, it's about me, I, me, I. You're not talking about the resultant effect it will have on other users that are not directly engaged in the politics of Nigeria.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Magnus, are you there?
Like we're
Please, after I would like to respond.
So whether they are rogue users, these are. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Hello?
Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead, please.
Sorry, somebody's trying to call me directly. So these activities that Ijele has come to identify persistently and consistently here are more or less personal and selfish, and we cannot allow millions of other Nigerians to suffer for the personal issues that Ijele has had or is having on Facebook. This is my point. This idea that they are using 100 million computers in Lagos and they are sanctioning Ijele, but they will not sanction others. Do you see how that resonates in your ear? Can you even hear that? It's about
please, can I respond to that? Because that is not what I said.
Hold on. Please, when I finish, you talk. Why do you keep interrupting me now?
You would have your time, Mr. Ijele.
Stop lying against me.
Mr. Ijele, can you calm down? You would have your time.
Stop lying against me. I never said that. Stop lying.
Whenever you talk,
you would have your time. You would have your time to respond.
Pretend, please. Don't pretend.
You would have your time to respond. You would have your time to respond. You would have your time to respond. So, Mr. Magnus, please.
You see, when you keep when you keep interrupting me like this, you break my thought process. And sometimes trying to connect back to where I am, my argument is trailing from, I lose it. It's unfair. When he talks, I keep quiet. Irrespective of the temptation that sometimes I have to overcome to want to respond, I keep quiet. It is called civility. Or suddenly those words doesn't amount to something with you.
Mr. Magnus, it's all right.
Okay.
Can you just move on this?
Okay, I said the problem of Nigeria, the problem of Ijele and his IPOB urchins should not be suffered by other legitimate and genuine users of Facebook who go there to thrive in their businesses, who go there to thrive in their social existence, who go there to thrive for other far-reaching reasons than just this political aspect that Ijele has drawn all of us to go. That is simply my point. That is simply my argument. There's nothing more to say about this.
But Mr. Magnus,
yeah,
I have seen several posts on social media, like somebody saying, "How do I get a rifle? I would like to shoot the president." Or somebody saying, "Why did the assassins who killed the Haiti president, why didn't they just come and kill the Nigerian president?" Don't you think such positions that Facebook allows these things to just go unsanctioned, uncensored?
That's okay. I agree. Now let me tell you.
Don't you think it's a sign of bias?
Yeah. No, if Facebook does do that, it's actual bias. I cannot support any form of bias, irrespective of any way. But I still know that Facebook has a control system whereby any.
Oh, we seem to have lost you, Mr. Magnus.
Why are you hello?
Okay, continue, please. We seem to lose you for some. We lost you for some few minutes.
I think it's raining here. Perhaps maybe it's the rain that is interfering. So we just have to manage. You understand me? So Facebook has control measures whereby users of Facebook can actually dislike or discredit information that have been passed to them that they feel are injurious to them. So usually, I think this is what IPOB does. When they come to your page, they know that when you have up to 10 reports on your Facebook, Facebook now give you a warning. You understand me? I posted something recent that I was even supporting. My post was in affirmative, was in affirmation of the subject. But Facebook banned me all the way. I rejected the ban. They said it still didn't meet up with the community standard. I had to endure the 1 month ban, and now I'm back. I've still not asked that Nigerians should suffer for the issues I have with Facebook. For goodness sake, Facebook, we all saw what Facebook did to Donald Trump. Nigeria is not up to America, but no time did Donald Trump call for the ban of Facebook. You understand what I'm saying? Because there are far more reaching users than just this political angle that Ijele is trying to drag us to concentrate. You could see that everything, Ijele has not talked about his consequence. Ijele has not told us what he feels about the business platforms that are on Facebook. He has not told us about the educational platform on Facebook. He has not told about the social platform, family platform, religious platform, many other platforms that are necessarily not politics. All that is in Ijele's mind is Facebook should be banned because he has an issue with certain people who have now decided to restrict him to enjoy his stock. Once whatever Ijele posts on Facebook should stay. Nobody should strike it. If you strike it, they close Facebook for Nigeria.
Okay,
it's
Magnus,
wrong. It's selfish. Absolute selfishness.
I want to ask you one question.
My brother, I don't know if I'm a spectator here.
Please.
Can I respond?
Please, you respond. I'm going to give you enough time. Just please, you respond. Just one question. I want to ask you one question.
I'm losing most of the things he said. It is too long.
Just take your notes, please. Take your notes. I'm just going to ask you one question and you will respond, please. Mr. Magnus, please.
Yeah,
you talked about the implication on the socio-economic affairs of entrepreneurs and all whatnot. But I also want to ask you, what is the cost of freedom? If Facebook allows some certain entities to keep stoking the flame of violence, disunity, don't you think if Nigeria does not exist, these people who do businesses and all that wouldn't have a place to do business? And that's why I asked, what is the cost of freedom?
There is something here that Ijele, you see, this IP, because at the end of the day, everything is revolved around IPOB. Do you know that IPOB have an app? They also have everything that they've been doing comes from Radio Biafra London, which is disseminated from the app they download from Facebook. But when you say what is the price of freedom, but there is no price whatsoever. There's no, you cannot, in fact, the cost of the price of freedom is invaluable. You cannot attach a price to freedom. You understand me? If indeed it is established that Facebook is indeed obstructing or challenging or affecting the freedoms of Nigeria, of course, I will definitely support that Facebook should be regulated to take out those things that are infringing on our freedom. But indeed, Ijele has failed to prove that Facebook is indeed infringing on our freedom. Ijele is not using Facebook more than I do. We all have followers. We all have people who are following us. So I have not seen where Facebook have directly or indirectly threatened the freedoms of Nigeria. Like I said, somebody's beating the drum somewhere. That's just it.
All right, Mr. Ijele.
My brother, you know.
You're going to respond, but in responding, let me just ask you this question so that you answer it and respond all at the same time. The Nigerian laws gives the government the right and the power to prosecute people who promote all sorts of misinformation. Don't you think that instead of you calling for the censorship of Facebook, it is right for us to actually call for the enforcement of our laws? Mr. Ijele.
My brother, please let me respond to many things, many rubbish I heard there. You know, if you notice, you know who is making a personal attack, and I don't know if it's jealousy or hatred. I can't. This nonsense, jealousy. Jealousy. So, my brother, please, can I speak?
Yes, continue.
Now, if you notice, we said everything is me. That means he wasn't paying attention to everything I said. When I talked about the computer, I said people are using bot accounts to create fake violence that didn't happen, to destabilize the country. Now somebody made it as if it is me. Have you seen where he went and brought it in through the back door into something that is totally unconnected to it? Showing you that these people just want to make a straw man argument. He didn't even respond to the question you asked him. I will tell anybody, please, before his answers, this last one, this segment, please go and check the question you asked him. You see that he didn't even answer it. He is so much entrenched in hatred or jealousy, it could be both, that he did not even remember that I said that ever since those computers were seized, we've not heard stories of fake Fulani herdsmen attack. Did he address that when he mentioned the computer?
Okay. No, well, Mr. Ijele, we heard of the attack, the kidnap of the emir of Kajuru. We had the kidnap of 150 students.
Please, hold on.
In the last 48 hours, we've seen over almost 300 Nigerians being kidnapped or attacked.
You are making the same mistake. Listen to what I'm saying. Every time you will hear that there are Fulani herdsmen attack, I'm not talking about the north, I'm talking in Igbo land. In Igbo land, these people will go and kill their enemies. Don't take my word for it. I will give you the phone number of one of their coordinators, ex-coordinators, and the women's leader. When they kill their opponents, their enemies, people who don't want to be forced into working with the politicians, because people don't know that IPOB is being used by politicians. So most of the people following them think that they are fighting for any Biafra. Now, when those people that are not going to join the politicians want to speak up that IPOB is truly being used by politicians, they will kill the person and say that the Fulani is killed the person. Ever since we started hearing about the Fulani herdsmen attack in our land, apart from when that community in Nsukka had a problem with Fulani people, every other Fulani herdsmen attack they told you about was a lie.
But Mr. Ijele, does this not point us back to the question I asked you? don't you think that it is the responsibility? Don't you think that the government should prosecute those who go about spreading false information? Don't you think it will be appropriate for you to bring
we already
that
have a law. See, we already have a law on that. But this is not the argument I'm making, please. We already have a law. I agree with you. Anybody that spreads false information, especially when you know, you should face the consequences. But understand where I'm going to. When I talked about the computers, I'm talking about how these people are using Facebook to create hate and danger. Okay, those people that were dying in Imo State then, and everywhere in the Southeast, how many of them are talking about businesses on Facebook and all that? Of course, I want people to thrive. Facebook, are you going to allow them hold you at gunpoint when there are other options? 20 years ago, there was nothing like Facebook, and there is no guarantee that there will be Facebook in the next 20 years. Then it was MySpace, High Five, and the rest of them, Ovu, all of them. They are nowhere to be found today.
Yes,
So,
but that's why I'm telling you right now, don't you think that it would have been appropriate if you had called on the government to prosecute those who are spreading false information instead of calling on the government to censor Facebook?
Listen to, then I told you that this is to bring the conversation. How many of them are you going to catch? But when you censor Facebook now, you ban Facebook until they can take care of all these moderators. What Facebook will do, because they need the billions they are taking from Nigeria every month, what they will do is they will go back. Every administrator or moderator has a key. Then they will check the keys of those people, the keys that did those things, and arrest the key holders. Arrest the key holders. This is the only way you can do it, because the internet doesn't work like it's not like a black and white thing. How many of them are you going to catch? How many of them are you going to stop?
Sorry, Mr.
Most of them
Ijele.
are not even in
Mr.
Nigeria.
Ijele, are you saying that a country that has the DSS, that has the DMI, that has the NIA, that has the police, that has the RIT arm in the police, a country that is capable of abducting Nnamdi Kanu and bringing him back to the country, is incapable of arresting small fries who use their internet to spread misinformation?
Who told you they are in Nigeria? Who told you they are in Nigeria? The people I'm talking about are not, if you see, I don't know where your ears are. I'm not talking about the people spreading misinformation. I'm talking about people manipulating the algorithm within Facebook. I have
Are you saying that all those people are, none of them is based in Nigeria? That's my, because
majority of them are not in Nigeria. Let me tell you,
the few that are in Nigeria, can't they be held responsible?
You hold, how many people would you hold? Well, if you
have a few in Nigeria, it makes it much more easier for the security operatives to clamp down on them.
It's not true. It's not true. They are not doing it in the name of Facebook. So, but they are working with Facebook, using Facebook system. How many of them are you going to arrest abroad? The people in Nigeria don't even have the type of power the people abroad have. Many of them are in Silicon Valley as I'm talking to you right now.
Mr. Ijele, it is simple. If you do not provide information on Facebook, Facebook is not going to publish those information. And I am saying, can't we just look away from Facebook and look at the Nigerians who are domiciled in Nigeria, who take out time to spread misinformation? Don't you think your call should be that the government and the security agencies should clamp down on these people rather than censoring Facebook?
So excuse me, let me understand. You are telling me that rather than force Facebook just with a signature, rather than force Facebook to do it, we should deploy the police we don't even have, the DSS we don't even have enough, the DIA, NIA that we don't even have enough. So
but these are the same people who arrested so many IPOB members in the East. This is the same DSS that raided Sunday Igboho's house. Don't you think
a criminal? Listen to me.
Don't you think it is wrong for us to continually give excuses on behalf of governments? Because
I'm not giving excuses now. I'm not giving excuses, please. I'm not, listen to me. What you are talking about, apples and oranges. I'm talking about censorship by a tech company. Okay, now you are talking about arresting people one after the other. Now I'm telling you, why would we waste such resources? What would it cost? What is our GDP? And what is the amount of money we are spending on other things, even though they are not working with it, that is in their pockets? How much do you think it will cost the country? Because now, you see, it's not about saying things, do this or just throwing out rhetoric. No, it's about how is it possible? Which one is more workable? Which one is more practical? Going to arrest people individually that you don't even have the resources to deploy. You have a porous border. You go to police stations now. How many policemen are there? What's the number of Nigerian policemen? We have insecurity in the country. So we will leave all those things and be chasing individuals where you have moderators and administrators within Facebook doing this thing.
And yes, I get your point, but Mr. Ijele, I'm also telling you this. For instance, the ban on Twitter created a lot of financial mess. It deprived a lot of young entrepreneurs the opportunity to sell their goods and services. And this in return has created some sort of unemployment. Don't you think your call for the censorship of Facebook
my brother,
is going to create more socioeconomic hardship?
Please, I don't like strawman arguments. Anybody that is using Twitter can as well use Facebook. There is no way you will lose.
And that is why I'm telling you now, a lot of people who use Twitter have switched to Facebook. Now you want the government to censor it too. Don't you think it's going to create more economic hardship?
No, it will open a market for other free platforms. You have Pala, you have other ones. It is going to, you cannot shut it. No, when you do it, it will create a new market for other people to come in. You have when these dissidents also switch to those platforms, you would have to shut them down also. No, those people have a free speech platform. If they do the same thing Facebook did, okay, Facebook now, Twitter, did anyone sanction Twitter? Even though politicians on both sides of the aisle want all the social media platforms gone. But did anybody sanction Twitter until they censored a sitting president? Do you know what that means?
But when they censored Trump, everybody felt, okay, good. Trump was creating a nuisance. Why do you think the Nigerian president at that point, with what he has said, should not have been censored?
What did he say? It is their property.
It is their property. It is Twitter owns that platform, not the Nigerian president.
Nigeria is our country. Nigeria is our country. Now let me tell you
what the president. Don't you think what the president should have done was just simple? Deactivate your Twitter account.
It's okay now. That's all. That's all.
My brother, hold on, please. If you don't know the power of a president and you don't know what Nigeria is or where Nigeria is in the world, I suggest you go and read you do your research on geopolitics once again. Are you telling me?
I can tell you
my
what
brother,
Nigeria
please, now let me
I can tell you where Nigeria is in the world.
Let me answer.
Nigeria is a country where its citizens don't even have constant electricity. Nigeria is a country where there's so much insecurity. Nigeria is a country where the politicians can only act when it affects them directly. And that is why I am asking you, don't you think it is appropriate for us to call on the politicians to use the apparatus, the state apparatus, please, to do the right thing?
I want to respond to the one you asked before. Please, I didn't respond to that one. Then I'll come to this one. Nigeria is a country where there is no electricity. Yes. Nigeria is a country where there is insecurity. Yes. Nigeria is a country where there is kidnapping. Yes. Guess what? Colombia is like that too. USA is like that. More people are dying in America, in Chicago. Today is Sunday. I can guarantee you I've not opened the data yet. Today is Sunday, but on Monday, 12 noon, wherever you are, check the number of people killed in Chicago. So all these problems do exist. Coming to tell me that because all these things, all those problems exist, that the president of a country cannot ban a social media platform owned by one boy
Yeah, that is a problem I have. Nigeria is not America. Nigeria is not Colombia. Why are you not comparing Nigeria with countries like Switzerland? Why are you not comparing Nigeria with countries like Norway?
Hello, moderator, you are doing my job for me now. Allow me to do this argument.
I'm asking him a question.
Moderator, let me tell you. Moderator, let me land. It is obvious that you have a narrative. You said I compared Nigeria with Colombia, but I just compared Nigeria with America too. Didn't I compare Nigeria with America? And
what is wrong with comparing Nigeria with Switzerland, with Norway, with European countries that are peaceful?
What about America? What about America? Are you telling me?
Can I talk now? Can I talk now? I've been silent for too long. I've been silent. I've been silent for too long.
The reason why
I've been silent for too long. I've been
silent
for too long.
Mr. Magnus, the reason why I gave him, excuse me, the reason why I gave him that opportunity was because I knew he had to leave by 6:30. So I gave him the opportunity. So I could exhaust all his
before 6 o'clock, the interview is 6 o'clock. 5:45, I will be out. The interview is 6 o'clock. I broadcasted. Please let me just drop this before I go.
Just 2 minutes.
I have to talk. I have to talk.
2 minutes.
I have just 3 minutes. And I will
2 minutes. Just please, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, please.
2 minutes.
Mr. Ijele, can you round up?
That is what I'm trying to wrap up. You said I didn't compare Nigeria with Switzerland, but I compared Nigeria with USA. You forgot to mention it. Now, what I'm saying is this: a social media platform is within their right to do anything they like. Then the president of a country, of a sovereign nation, is within his right to censor that company from his own country if they treated him unfairly, which is what they did. That was a slap across the face of Nigeria.
Okay, all right. Sorry, before Mr. Magnus comes, Mr. Ewine.
You said 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Hold on. You get. I just want Mr. Ewine to give a question so you can answer everything. Mr. Ewine, please, can you come in, please?
Yeah,
no, me. I just okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I will be asking Mr. Ijele 2 questions.
Okay.
But, before I ask him this question, I would like to also say something pertaining to what he said earlier concerning Saudi Arabia having some laws that stop Facebook from banning or censoring people over certain comments, while Nigeria is not so. And you also talked about Facebook as an institution. But I want to also say, in my own perspective, I think you are somehow, though you are entitled to your opinion, but you are somehow being pathetic and partisan to the government in a way. But I want to also state that no institution whatsoever is greater than the nation they so domicile, such as Facebook, though not registered in Nigeria, but their laws can never be superior to that of the Nigerian nation, which the Constitution clearly stated that. But I want us to also agree here that Nigeria as a nation has not been upright in ensuring that they put themselves in position to give rules or regulate any institutions or companies. For example, you know that in Nigeria is one of the country I know very well that does not set rules for institutions that comes into the land. Rather, they give out their rights. They sell out their rights for the institution to use and.
Okay, it's like we lost him.
I think we lost Mr. Ewine. Okay, Mr. Ijele, yeah. You have just 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay, because what I wanted to conclude on was the president's tweet, which I've not even landed, but I will take 1 minute to finish it. When a president says that he will speak to terrorists in a language you will understand, and people went and took it down, even though the same people have been using the same platforms to be sharing where they are killing soldiers and police. and they didn't do anything. My brother, again, there is an internal data I'm not going to release here. And like our brother Joe White said, that I'm sympathetic to the government. On this issue,
Yes.
I don't hide it. I don't hide my position on anything. I don't do any underhanded something. Never. I campaigned for the president in 2015. In 2019, I did not. I campaigned for Showore, free of charge. The other one, free of charge too. So when you see me come back, it's because I saw something was going on. The same elements that sold off the entire assets of the country are the ones doing these things. Then the president supporting the same criminals. The president said he will speak to them in a language they understand. Somehow that is a call for genocide. How is it a call for genocide? It's wrong.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Ijele. Mr. Magnus, please.
Now, let me quickly, you guys have let me dormant for so long, and I saw that you were practically doing all the arguments for me. I felt like sleeping. I just woke up now. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I was just trying to be jocular. Well, first and foremost, let me tell you, Mr. Ijele, when you said maybe it's jealousy, let me state that one clearly right now. There is nothing you have that will, catalyze a need for me to be envious or jealous of you. Having said that, concerning Buhari registered into Twitter as a personal account. He didn't register Twitter as a handle of Asuro into Twitter as a policy, a part of Nigerians' policy. It was, as far as Twitter is concerned, Twitter as a personal account. He said, hold on, learn to.
Mr. Ijele,
I'm
please.
just laughing, I'm not talking. You are catching feelings.
Please,
I don't like this attitude. I don't like this attitude.
No. You are
this attitude.
You are going to make him derail in his thought. Please, you're going to make him derail in his submission. Please, can you just calm down? Calm down. But you are talking. You are actually talking. So calm down. Mr. Magnus, please, can you continue, please?
So that Buhari registered as a personal subscriber, singular individual subscriber. The same Twitter to when he was into the Twitter, terms and conditions of the Twitter. It's now the prerogative of Twitter to deems as a violation of it. So if Twitter eventually bans, it is wrong for Buhari now personal quarrel with, has his personal quarrel with Facebook to now lump of other Nigerians who are using Twitter. That was very, very personal. If the handle that the rest of Nigerians as a platform or as a policy department from Nigeria, where every Nigerian's information through Twitter, and because it directly affects every from enjoying the benefits of Twitter. So okay, want to ban Twitter for Nigeria. On the president's Buhari, commander-in-chief was a personal Buhari and Twitter. You know, the other man said you are partisan. I want to ask you, because a lot of people told me program, they said I should ask you this. On a scale of 1 to 100, scale Buhari as in Federal Republic of Nigeria, as the president of Nigeria.
Well, Mr. Magnus, I do not think we.
No, I will answer it. No, it's good. I will answer it. I will answer it. It's good to answer. No, it's good. It's good.
Can you please allow me undo this program? Can you hold on, please? He gave you enough time to speak. Hold on. I don't want us to derail.
No, I thought he was referring to me. I didn't hear him very well. No.
Okay, let me finish.
Let Mr. Magnus continue, because I want to ask Mr. Magnus some questions. Mr. Magnus, in your bid to round up, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Don't you think it is the right of the president?
Both of them. I have
Don't you think it is the right of the president
I'm not
protect?
hearing. Hold on. Please start the question again, and the sound behind should please question so I can hear your question. What is this psychological game tactic?
Sorry,
repeat the question again.
Sorry. Don't you think it is the right of the president, who has a responsibility to protect the sovereignty of Nigeria? Don't you think it is his right to censor a platform that seemed, according to him, to threaten the sovereignty of Nigeria?
That Twitter took off the account of the president affront of the president in itself statement that Twitter deemed was contrary to the terms and policy. So the best thing, like you said, was to close that account.
But
hold on.
But several members of government had also told us that in reaching the conclusion that the government had to sanction Twitter, they had to take a lot of things into consideration, and it's been going on for months. And so when they had looked at all what Twitter had done for months, this sanctioning of the president was like the climax, and it gave them the opportunity to move on Twitter. Don't you think it is right for the president?
It was very wrong, very, very wrong. I totally disagree with the president banning Twitter. I totally don't agree with it. There were no records that there was a mass scale closure of users of Twitter's account. There wasn't anything like that. The president and his information minister has said that the reason why they closed Twitter was because Twitter banned a whole almighty God president of Nigeria. That was the reason, and that was all. And Twitter had a reason why that account was closed, period. The account was closed because you use statements that the population of the masses, I saw that statement as inflammatory. Twitter saw that statement as inflammatory. You understand me? So people read people had meaning to the sentence in different way. So if Twitter decided to interpret the statement as inflammatory, fine, and they decided to close the account. But in conclusion, however, let me quickly say this. Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube are the only windows that ensures economic light, social light, political light, and every other light come into the country. We have shut one window down, Twitter. Now Mr. Ijele is moving to shut another window down, Facebook. And then because the function of Twitter and Facebook may be similar, but they are relatively different. The function of YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook are all different. YouTube is a video platform. Facebook is an all-encompassing platform. Twitter is a short messaging platform for businesses and all. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we begin to give room such that all these social media handles have been... Hold on. Please, let me drop that point.
Mr. Magnus, I'll call you Mr. Iwan.
I'm about to just calm down, please. I stood for minutes waiting for you guys to round up. Now, if we begin to encourage our social media handles to be taken out just because of very personal issues like this, at the end of the day, we do not have social media platform. And judging by the way the current government of the day is trying to gag everybody's mouth, we have our local electronic medium, which is so partisan and biased. We have a print medium, which is also partisan and biased. If you now close these social media platforms where the ordinary man can just buy 200 naira data and pass his dissent or pleasure or support for the government, what is now left for the right of the masses to dissent or to argue or to protest in the event that the Nigerian government is unjustly representing Nigeria? We will not have any platform to tell the world what is happening in Nigeria. So what we are gradually doing, consciously or unconsciously, is gradually locking ourselves inside, such as North Korea, where people have to sneak in happenings in the state outside. And if you are caught, you can be killed. So I do not support the fact that we are shutting down. You know that any platform now you raise cannot compete with Facebook. any local platform. There are other Pala tried to come up, but it didn't last because it couldn't These are giant platform. It would take a miracle app or a miracle platform from Nigeria to compete 30% with them. So I do not support that. Nigeria should be caged in and we shut out all the windows that refuses light to come into the country by blocking all the social media platforms. That's my submission.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Ewine, please, could you ask your question, please?
Thank you. I have one question for Mr. Ijele and one for Mr. Oraka. To Mr. Ijele, let me quickly do this.
No, let's take Mr. Magnus first. So
okay. To Mr. Magnus, I want to ask this simple question, and I want you to be sincere about it.
Okay.
Because of this nature of situation where someone like Mr. Dele is calling for the ban of Facebook in Nigeria. Now, assuming you are in the position of Mr. Ijele, having felt disappointed for being censored, how would you have handled the situation?
Well, I don't know. Have you been listening to the program from the beginning? Have you been connected to the program from the beginning?
Yes, in your own way. How?
Okay, no. Okay.
Protest, your protest, because Mr. Ijele is against the Facebook.
For me,
personally,
for me, I have suffered the same consequences that Ijele have suffered. I have been banned from Facebook. I have suffered a lot of abuses and insults on Facebook. My name and image has been maligned. Say I'm begging money. I'm a pauper. I am this. I've been threatened severally that I'm going to be killed. My family is going to be killed. There is no type of threats that have not been issued to me. No type of misdemeanor that has not been meted on my person. But because I am a people's person, because I have a vision that encompasses or transcends my personal interest, I have to, before I take a reaction, yes, I have a personal decision, and I know that if Facebook is banned, it's going to stop the activities of these people spreading false information. There's a video I did that IPOB went and doctored it, and he suggested I was begging 2 million naira on Facebook. But because I have a larger mindset, because I am a very intelligent man, in fact, exceedingly intelligent, I have the capability of thinking that, well, Facebook does not only address political issues that involves, which is where I am in now. There are other platforms, business platform, economic platform, educational platform, marital platform, social platform, religious platform. There are many platforms that other people are using. And some of these users perhaps do not even interrelate with issues that borders on politics. So if I was in Ijele's shoes, what I would have been doing right now is to clamor for a way that Facebook can be regulated so that the likes of Ijele's rights cannot be trampled upon. But asking the country or the federal government to totally quash Facebook and not minding other legitimate Facebook users spells complete selfishness and personal ego coming into this thing. So I will rather suggest that we study how Facebook works with our country, works in our culture, works with the different psyche of the users of Facebook, such as the Igbos, the Yorubas, the Hausas, and other tribes in Nigeria, and see how we can moderate Facebook to operate in Nigeria in a way that carries everybody along. Not these instances whereby people get personal issue with Facebook. The president has a personal issue with Twitter, you ban Twitter, poof. The Ijele has a personal issue with Facebook, you ban Facebook, poof. Then Dele Bello, we have tomorrow we have issues with YouTube, you ban YouTube, poof. Do I have issues with what is wrong with it? It's not me. So if I were in Ijele's shoes and I'm wrong like this, sorry for Facebook wronging you. I stand on behalf of Facebook to apologize for anything that they've done to you. I have not been getting anything from Facebook, but I seriously think that just like people like us who are clamoring for restructuring of Nigeria.
Okay.
Okay, I think we lost him there. Okay, Mr. Joe Wise, please, could you just ask your
challenges? These are hold on. These are identifiable problems. We should try and solve it. Facebook has posed a problem to us. We should try and solve it. We shouldn't ban it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much for explaining.
Question for Mr. Ijele, please.
Yeah, from Mr. Ijele, in the course of your conversation, you made mention, try to point out that the followers, or rather the supporters of IPOB working with Facebook are responsible for this. One cannot substantiate this evidence, but my question to you is that you as a person, like so many other people, haven't benefited so immensely from Facebook. For example, you have a lot of followers. Through Facebook, you have become popular. You are now in the shoes of the person of Mr. Oraka or every one of us, having benefited from Facebook. You now have someone also calling for the source for which we are benefiting from. What will be your position, and how are you going to handle the situation?
My brother, this thing, I'm very sure we meet the argument from the very first statement from the other side. Listen, I never made a dime. My original page is 49,000 plus. I never monetized it for one day. The second one, Ijele speaks before it was unpublished, 18,000 plus. Due for monetization, I never monetized it one day. Ijele speaks 3. Had no prior strike, not one prior strike, but it was unpublished. I don't understand if you are getting where I'm coming from. This is, I didn't say IPOB people, no, I said moderators within Facebook of Igbo and Nigerian origin who are working with the politicians, the opposition side, are the ones doing this. Now, this is different from Facebook ban. If you did something or if you posted something, okay, let me teach. I'm not sure Magnus Oraka knows what shadow banning is. Look at what shadow banning is now. The shadow banning, you will not be given a strike. You will not be given please, I don't know if you know it yet, but let me explain. If you have not been given a strike on Facebook now, check your reach and the views. If you have 50,000 reach, at least that video should be between 23 and 25,000 views. But a situation whereby you have a reach of 32,000, but your video has 48,000 views. Many people don't understand that joke. They think it's a blessing. No, it is because the page has been shadow banned. So I am not making a case for censorship. I am making a case for censoring the censors, because Facebook makes a lot of money. Can I finish? Facebook makes a lot of money from Nigeria. Then it is so bad that they will censor Nigerians for exercising their right to free speech. Okay, who decides what an inflammatory statement is? Buhari said he will speak to them in a language they understand. As an Igbo man, I'm not offended, because the people he's talking to have buried a lot of people alive, which we know. Magnus will not deny that. If he doesn't know about it, he has heard it.
I'm aware it's true.
But Akwara is still missing. These people are slaughtering people, doing fake human sacrifice that does not work. Now, when the president said he will speak to them in a language they understand, and one other thing Mr. Magnus said, which is wrong, I don't buy it. He said he did it with a personal account. But then, when you go to Twitter, they will tell you, even if it's a personal account, they will give the person a blue check showing that they know the person and the office the person is holding. So that thing was not by mistake. And I can tell you, the owners of Twitter did not do that thing. Again, there are many information I won't release on air, not to avoid putting people's families in danger. I have like names of 2 people that did that thing. And I know the people that ordered them to do it. I wouldn't want to mention it, but as time goes on, you will understand why Jack Dorsey has to fly to Nigeria. So why I called for a ban on Facebook, of course, it's not going to be a permanent ban. When you ban Facebook, they will come back and then go look into their moderators and sanction those moderators that are doing it. How can you shadow ban someone, for goodness sake? And you are supporting a company that is shadow banning someone for saying the truth, exposing a terrorist organization, and you are making it as if the argument is about shutting down social media, not wanting people to make money. I am someone that advocates for economy every damn time. Go and check my political philosophy. It has not changed. I've been an advocate of solving issue of terrorism with employment. Because if people are employed, they wouldn't have time to be listening to all these idiots that are promising them heaven and earth. The ones that are sent by Elohim, Eloha, Elodem. No one would have been listening to them. But this is about you, people abusing the power of social media. Again, if a phone company cannot censor you because they don't like you, not that you violated any law, that is where my problem is. When you violate any of their community standards, then take it off, that's nice. But shadow banning a page, what did this page do to warrant being shadow banned? It's not fair. And you cannot be arguing for censoring someone who didn't do anything, and not just about me. So many Nigerians, so many pages. Okay, we are talking about people that will lose their money. What about those people that lost their pages? Some of them 100,000 followers, some of them more than that. What about those ones? Do you even care about them? Okay, imagine if I'm making money from Facebook. Now they shadow ban me, limit my videos from reaching to the people you're supposed to reach. Even people that turned off the notification bell don't get the notification when you go live. Okay, what about my own business? Have you seen that the standard is not the same? We don't have
Mr. Ijele, I would like to call your attention to the fact that
can we give closing statements now?
My brother, I think I will have to leave now because I need to set up that interview I have. Please.
No, Ijele, wait. Let's give closing statements and end this thing.
I'm starting now 50 o'clock.
Give your closing statement and leave.
Give us your closing statement. Just 10 seconds.
Okay, my closing statement is this. My calling for censorship is not to permanently ban Facebook. It's for them to maintain a standard. Have a standard. If you abuse anything, you violate their community standard, get a strike. But when you did not violate anything, why would your page be censored? This is trying to stifle someone's conversation. The social media is the modern day town square. How can you come to the town square? You already set up a rule. If you do this, you will be banned. Then someone did not do that thing. You still ban the person. Come on, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ijele. God bless you. Mr. Magnus, please.
Okay. First and foremost, Facebook was not built or is not used by Nigeria and then suffer the consequences of issues that happened between Ijele and IPOB. Facebook is not an exclusive concern of Ijele's issues and IPOB. Facebook has far-reaching users that are not necessarily concerned with politics. So there are other decisions. And then I had a page. He was talking about he had a page that is 49. He just reached 49 recently. When he was still struggling to make the numbers, I had a page. I had well over 45,000 followers. When I saw that people around there were toxic, I personally brought the page down. He knows it. He had advised me and even quoted me, why did I bring the page down? But I felt it was too toxic. I brought the page down. Now I've opened another page with just 4,000. And in this one, I can take out people who abuse me or insult me. I just take them, take them out because I know that these people who come there and are acting so toxic, they believe in an ideology. So I can only fight back by reorienting them rather than letting other people. I cannot translate my personal issues with Facebook to the sufferings of millions of other people who are using Facebook. That is just my quarter. And then, sorry, I also remembered again, whether you are censoring Facebook or banning Facebook, there are two different words saying the same thing. If Ijele is not banning or censoring, or if Ijele is not banning or censoring, then you should go to the court and repair the words that you are calling on the government to fix Facebook in such a way that it matches with our socio-cultural and political existence in Nigeria. But asking for the outright ban, which is what Ijele has in court, is unacceptable and should be frowned at by every Nigerians who are using Facebook.
All right, thank you, Mr. Magnus. Mr. President, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Magnus. Thank you, Mr. Ijele. Already, you left already. Thank you, Mr. Joe Wise. I really appreciate you all. For my own opinion, if I have to say something, it is the responsibility of the Nigerian government to provide a conducive environment for Nigerians. In Facebook, in Twitter, and in Nigeria as a whole. In European countries, let me put it this way, they have a system that recognizes hate speech. They have to force Facebook and the Twitter to recognize this. There's a law that is called bullying law. When you bully other people in Facebook, like what the IPOB and so many other people are doing in the social media, the government, they will go to Facebook and sanction Facebook. Facebook have to do something against it. They have to make sure all they are sending out there is real, not just false information. Because we know, or the Europeans or the other countries already know that there are people who use Facebook, Twitter to also incite violence in so many countries. When you look at Iraq during the Gulf War, you will understand what was going on. Twitter and the Facebook and other social media was used by the American government to make sure they come after the Iraqis. And in Syria, the same thing also happened. So every country, every government has the right to defend itself against social media and also to censor social media. But banning a social media organization, I don't think that one is necessary. So that's my opinion.
Mr. Elwin,
Yes.
please. Mr. Elwin, you have something to say?
Yes, to add to what Mr. President just said, I want to state that if we go around the balls pertaining to the issue at hand, at the end of it all, we still have the Nigerian government to blame because of the failure and inability to set the pace for a structural agenda that will organize the institution of Nigeria. Our government has sold out so many rights to institutions. By so doing, we now have institutions coming into Nigeria, controlling the system, whereas the government is supposed to be the one controlling the system for them, not them controlling the system for the government. There are no viable laws in Nigeria that regulate various institutions. We have in a country where a company, for example, will come and decide certain rules that we govern the system without the system setting rules to govern the companies. This has enabled so many institutions to have a larger power over Nigerians in general. And also about the propaganda going on in social media. We know journalism is another form of propaganda that are being used negatively against people. So social media has also become part of that means of propaganda today. Well, I know I will talk about sometimes the IPOB, the individuals. There are a lot of people who use social media to do negative things, but not until our government regulates, like what Mr. Ijele said, is no longer with us. Nigeria should have their own data system if we have our own data system controlled by Nigeria, Nigeria will not wait for order from the foreign system to regulate our data system for us. It is because we are still dependent on these things. That is one of the reasons we lack the will to foster this. So the government in all of this have a role to play to ensure that the rights of Nigerians are met. I have also suffered in the hands of Facebook, but I had nothing to do because I felt I subjected myself to their terms and conditions. And I know I have not made any hate speech whatsoever that warranted that. But I also know, I noticed, like what Mr. Ijele is fighting against. There are a lot of people online working for Facebook, monitoring anything that does not agree with their view, whether it is hate speech or not, as far as they consider it to be hate on their part, because it's not in tandem with their perspective, they label it and you get sanctioned. I suffered and I have also protested in so many ways. So there are groups also deliberately set up on social media just to antagonize people. And those groups are not being brought down by Facebook. So I remember there's a particular group I belonged before. I openly wrote and accused the admin that how come the admin should allow certain things, and there are some things people post, they don't approve it. It means this group is being set up for such purpose. So that is the system of organized way of reducing people through propaganda, journalism. Now social media has become an easy access to practice of journalism. We now have a lot of people today, automatically they have become online journalists. And by so doing, they use it negatively against those they foresee to be their enemies. That is wrong. The Nigerian government have the power to regulate if they only when the will is there. The ban of Twitter is totally unacceptable because it is very clear that the ban was highly political. It is not as a result of the fact that the government is willing to regulate the system. No, it is political and it is known. Though they defend it, everybody will always defend their action. But I will stop at that because I know if we wish to go on and on, we may not have the whole time to spend because we have other things to attend to. So that is my take on that for now.
Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. I'll just round up by giving my position on the matter. Firstly, I think that there are laws in Nigeria with which the government can actually address some of these issues. I think if people are making excuses, the government doesn't have the manpower to be able to clamp down on people who abuse social media. It is simply because they don't understand the politics of centralization. You know, the reason why the government does not have the ability to handle a lot of the problems that has been some sort of security problems, whether it be murders, killings, assaults, or cyberbullying, is simply because the center has too many power. It's holding too many responsibilities, carrying too many responsibilities, and the center cannot just do this. So, for instance, Mr. Ijele says the government does not have the manpower to prosecute, to arrest, to clamp down on certain individuals. What the government should have actually done was to decentralize the policing, restructure Nigeria, and let every federating unit take charge of its own security. And it would have solved all these problems. You know, we should not also forget that some of the things that are done on social media are actually political, both in the from the opposition and from the ruling class. And we must, as Nigerians, not allow these political characters, you know, lead us into trouble. Because whether people are sponsoring IPOB or not, the responsibility of the Federal Republic, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to safeguard the lives and properties of people. And how do you do this? All the places you have IPOB perpetrating crime, you have DPOs there. You have commissioner of police there. You should hold those people you should hold them responsible for the terrors that go on their states. When a DPO or a CP or a DIG is not doing his work, the president needs to kick him out and employ a capable person. Resource the police, fund the police adequately. The police and the army, they are underfunded. That is the truth. That is why none of them will go out there to their life. When they die in service, their kids, their wives suffer. You see, these are the realities. And so we must also be able to tell the government the truth. And nothing but the truth. I think when we're able to do this, we'll be able to, you know, we need to hold government responsible. We need to hold our political ruling class responsible. Because if you look at the things that have been going on, it is as our inability to hold government responsible. That is why we have too many chaos today. It is the inability of governments to do the right thing that has created IPOB, the ODUA, the so many groups. And I think it is high time we begin to ask the right questions rather than chasing shadows like the banning of social media platforms and all that. I want to thank you all for being a part of this conversation. Mr. President, I want to thank you for the opportunity. Mr. PRO, Mr. Magnus, thank you for your time. I say may God and our ancestors bless you all. And to everybody who is listening or watching us out there, the Benin Empire Advancement League is a sociocultural organization that is created for the Benin people, irrespective of where they are, to promote our culture, our history, and socioeconomic well-being of the Benin people. And so we would like you to be a part of our organization. We want to use this opportunity to invite you to be a part of our organization, irrespective of your ethnic group. As long as you are a descendant of the Benin Empire, you are welcome. Whether you are an Ewe, whether you are a Gandangbe or a Gan, whether you are a Benin man, Esan, Afemai, Akoko Edo, wherever, Ndoni, Ikweres, you know, you are welcome to this organization. I want to ask that you, you know, DM us or use our WhatsApp link on our Facebook page to join us and be a part of the good things that we are doing. We do not stand for the section of Nigeria. We believe in a strong Nigeria, an indivisible entity where all rights of all the citizens is guaranteed by law. That is what we believe in. We also believe in the kingship. We believe in the sovereignty of the Benin Empire. We believe in the crown. We believe in the Oba of Benin as the custodian of our culture and our tradition. And I want to say, if you believe in what we, if you share in our beliefs, just be a part of what we are doing, and let's join hands to move the Benin Kingdom and Nigeria and Togo and Benin Republic and Ghana. Let's join hands to move those countries forward to the best of humanity. Thank you very much for being a part of this broadcast. I want to say God bless you all, and may our ancestors be with you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you very
Vice
much,
President.
Mr. Vice President.
It's a pleasure. Yes, as our Vice President said, please join us to and work with us to make sure we move the Benin Empire and the Nigeria and the West Africa as a whole forward. Because when one man is rich in the family is in poverty. So we need to upgrade the Benin Empire. We need to upgrade Nigeria and the West Africa and Africa as a whole. to make sure every citizen of Africa is living free, and also his right or her right is respected. So that is my opinion. And please join us in the Benin Empire Advancement League and work with us. Use our WhatsApp link to join us, and we will be very happy to receive you and also to work with any Benin descendant. So thank you very much. So Mr. PR also. So before we close.
Thank you, sir. We are grateful for all of you for listening and for being part of today's program.
Okay. Okay. Then next time will be very soon. So thank you all our viewers for watching, and may the Lord of our God and our ancestors guide and protect all of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.